Halloween-O-Mania.
Oh man, that's inspirational right there. That's a spectacular entrance if I ever heard it.
Macarena. Click, 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 Halloween-O-Mania. Click, click, click. Oh, man.
Well, I should have done the Silver Shamrock thing.
Yeah, 3 more days to Halloween.
Yeah, 3 more days till Halloween. Mark out Mania, mark out Mania. 3 more days to Halloween. Mark out Mania. Hola, everyone, and welcome to Mark Out Mania. I'm Pedro Boy, aka Texan Spaniard, aka Voices Destroyed, and with us is James Extreme Sorno. How are you?
I am doing good, my friend. I'm hanging in there, ready to rock and roll.
It's all good. It's all good in Jim's house.
It's all good in Jim's house. All good in the hood, my friend. All good in the hood.
And
I'm just punching him in the uvula.
Oh, it's the God of Thunder.
Wow.
Zeus King Dark. The super famous, a man so super famous, celebrities come out to see his designs.
He was hanging out with Elektra.
No, his designs were hanging out with Elektra. I mean, that's how.
Hanging out with Elektra Nachos. Yeah.
Good job. How are you, Zeus?
I'm doing well.
I think Matt Murdock is jealous.
Who?
Matt Murdock may be a little jealous.
Oh. Isn't he married to the woman in the cell?
I think he is now, right? Yeah. Right?
He looks so happy, too. Every time you see him, he's like, oh, God, what am I doing now? I need a cigarette. I need to smoke. I do not.
He's not super. He's not famous. He's super famous. Zeus King Dark. Woo! Ooh, he's everywhere, like luggage.
Like luggage?
Like luggage? What?
I don't know.
That's what he said. He said, I'm like Samsonite.
Yeah. Well, next time, I'm like, oh, Samsonite. That makes me think of Zeus King Dark.
Should make you think of Dumb and Dumber, but that's just my personal.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, actually, speaking of kings, how about Lexi's King? Yeah.
I didn't see NXT. All I saw was the entrance. His entrance. His entrance was great. I thought.
Did you hear that cheesy '90s rock? That fucking cheesy '90s metal intro?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a little brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, but I haven't seen it. I imagine the in-ring. I'm just gonna say we've sort of said variations of this, but the in-ring doesn't really matter anymore because all in-ring is going to be bad in my opinion. But so it's really more about presentation and character and stuff.
I like the way he looked. It looked like a combination.
It looked like he cut down the chin strap a little bit.
Yeah, he did. He did. Thankfully.
Yeah.
But he had that shit like it was spray painted on. I was like, "What are you doing, dude?" But I like his tights. Like his boots. Like he had a little cane with him. I was like, okay, he's not coming out with the Bengals underwear. So thank God for that, So, I mean, the in-ring work was,
Well, the funny thing is that, they put him into action so quickly.
Yeah. That was pretty fast.
That, that's probably an indication that they feel like that he's, that they can move, work with him as time goes by.
You could tell he was trying to adhere to the WWE style, he was being very methodical. He was slowing it down. He was very aware of where the horror camera was. So he's working on it, you know. So, but it's not like he doesn't already have skill. He has skill. He's just got to mold it a little, you know.
Yeah.
So
I just that entrance, the throne chair sliding sideways
that
and
was
all
kind
that
of cool.
stuff. I just felt in that little entrance they did more for him than the entirety of his AEW run.
Well, AEW's lazy booking. Because AEW's doing this. I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, you're Brian Pillman Jr. Great. Go in the ring, cut a promo with your dad. Next.
With your dad.
Yeah,
be hard for him to cut a promo with his dad, but
that's how they think. It's all lazy booking.
They should have had him with hologram Brian Pillman. That would have been awesome.
I'm gonna piss in the rain. No, Dad. 2023, you get canceled. You can't do that anymore.
Okay, James, tell us all about Halloween Havoc Night 1.
I enjoyed it. It was okay. I mean, it's always fun to see Shotzi and Scarlett dressed up in costumes. So that was good. They were good hostesses. They weren't just, they were getting involved and stuff. So it was pretty cool. As far as the matches go, I like the tag team match with the Creed and the family. Tony D'Angelo and Stax.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good match. And now I was like, look at Tony D'Angelo go. He's come a long way because he used to suck. So it was all right. It was pretty good. It was okay. It was okay. So we'll see what happens on night 2. But it was all right. Raya Valkyrie beat Becky Lynch. Everybody knew that was coming. Everybody knew that Lara Valkyrie was going to win. So, because they had this big pre-match promo set up and this whole video package and how they grew up. They both grew up in Ireland, and Lara Valkyrie was Becky Lynch's idol, and they had this whole big thing.
Becky Lynch was her idol.
Yeah. Her idol, yeah. They were showing old school footage of some indie show, and they're both wrestling each other back in the day, and so it was coming, and it was a nice moment. It was good, it was okay. It was pretty cool.
I see Lexus King beat Dante Chin.
Yeah, they had the perfect guy in the ring with him. Because Dante Chin made him look good.
I'm trying to think what his name was. Andrew Tang was his name when he was in Singapore, when he was in the Singapore wrestling.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 different names, didn't he?
He may have, but like his when he was he's the first wrestler signed from Singapore,
right.
So I remember his name was something. I just couldn't remember.
Well, it was okay. I mean, the show was entertaining. It was all right.
Oh, how was Blair Davenport and Gigi Dolan?
That sucked balls.
It sucked balls.
Yeah.
What is a lights out match? I don't remember. What are the rules of a lights out match?
It's basically no DQ, and they wrestled in the dark in the red light. That's all it was.
That's really not what a lights out match is.
Yeah, exactly. But it did. I guess they got to. I don't know. But it started off really slow, and it just like.
I didn't see the match, but the Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James. I saw the knot on Kiana James' head.
That was a good match. Yeah, she got messed up. Yeah, she had a big knot in the head. Was busted open too. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I give Kiana James credit. She didn't complain or anything, or she sold the knot. And it was good.
She sold the knot.
Yeah, no, that thing was huge, man. Yeah. It was huge on the head. It was cut open too. So
I'm looking at the card for night 2. You've got Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice for the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament Finals. Mr. Stone versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I remember he was that guy who was managing Chelsea Green and people in NXT for a while. The Creed brothers versus Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Says a table, ladders, and scares match.
Yeah.
Dominic versus Nathan Frazier for the North American title. Chelsea Green and Piper Nevin versus Chase University for the women's tag team titles. Tiffany Stratton.
That's who won the tag team belts. I'm sorry. Chase University won the tag team belts, not the Creed brothers. I'm sorry, I got them confused.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley.
Yeah.
And Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes for the NXT title.
Round 3. So it should be okay. You know?
Did you guys see Mandy Rose is going to be at WrestleCade?
Really? Yeah?
Do OnlyFans get a discount on OnlyFans members get a discount on?
You should use the name Mandy Rose, yeah?
It's Mandy Sachs.
Oh, okay.
Mandy Sachs.
Sacramento or whatever.
Yeah. I saw Okada on AEW. That was fantastic.
How was that?
That was disgusting.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, one of the greatest fucking wrestlers coming out of New Japan from this generation, and they just don't know what they're doing. You're an idiot. I was so angry.
Long-term storytelling, James. Him and
they're setting up Danielson for fucking Okada too. That's what they're doing. So
yeah.
Because after the match, Okada was in Danielson's face. Danielson's on the mat apron holding his arm because he's in pain. You know, he was in legit pain. And Okada's screaming at him, like bitching him out. So, I don't know what he was saying, but he was definitely barking at him.
He was probably in Japanese or something. He's saying like, "Thank you very much for this opportunity."
You took the bumper on, you little short fuck. What's wrong with you? I don't know. I couldn't watch. I was watching that match and I was like, "Oh, you're killing me."
So I've seen a lot of I've read a lot of discourse about AEW this week.
Of course, Ric Flair comes out. Woo!
Yeah, Ric Flair being there. I've seen stuff about that. I've seen people going nuts about the rating because they had a bad rating, and
hadn't everything been a bad rating?
I actually watched. I actually had the show on because I wanted to see Okada.
Yeah.
So I said, let me just put it on and actually watch it from beginning to end. And I was like, oh.
I think NXT had a better rating than AEW this week, and
I was like,
they weren't on the same night. They weren't on the same night this time.
No. AEW is definitely toilet paper. It's just garbage.
They're just it's weird after that Wembley show. You would never guess a promotion.
Yeah, such momentum, and then it just went rip. That's it.
You would never imagine a promotion have such a big show and come out of it with like negative momentum. We had our biggest crowd ever, and we came out of this with the least momentum of our timeline.
Horrible. There's nothing. I was like, oh.
I heard, and what about this story about Punk and Impact?
I don't know. Either Punk and Impact, Punk and NWA, Punk and whoever. I'm surprised CM Punk he tag team with fucking Ronda Rousey.
I don't know. I'm waiting to hear Zeus's thoughts on it. Zeus is like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, What? Who are we talking about?
I don't know. We're all over the place.
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Nobody gives a shit.
I got Electra. I don't need Ronda Rousey.
Come on. I mean, she's,
Zeus is like, is Ronda Rousey coming up to look at my designs? No. Well, fuck her.
No. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't watch SmackDown last night because I was watching Game 1 of the World Series, so I don't really know what happened. I heard that LA Knight got in LA Knight and Roman Reigns at the contract signing. I'm sure shit went down there. I heard that John Cena and Solo Sikoa had an in-ring something, and that's pretty much it as far as I know. So I don't know what happened on SmackDown.
Oh, that's next weekend, right? The Crown Jewel show.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you notice people have really turned down. Remember, anytime they were having shows in Saudi Arabia, people were like, "It's a blood money show. It's this show." Now people are just like, "Oh, it's this Crown Jewel's coming up."
It's supposed to be a big show.
It kind of tells you how much a turnaround the WWE has done with fans in terms of the.
Remember, I thought the Jeddah shows they weren't really big shows. This is turning out to be a big show. Because I heard that now that Io Sky is going to defend against Bianca Belair as well.
Yeah, it says so. What I'm seeing: Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the quote unquote world title. The Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler versus Zoe Stark versus Raquel Cakes Rodriguez for the women's title. Roman Reigns versus LA Knight for the undisputed Universal title. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul for the United States title. Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. John Cena versus Solo Sikoa, and Io Shirai, versus Bianca Belair.
That's a pretty big card for a fucking for a Crown Jewel.
Dude, I mean, they were, do you dare forget about the green belt that they made just for...
Yeah, I forgot about that. I did forget about it.
God, it's garbage. Oh, my God. You won that, Braun Strowman, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible. That green belt was disgusting.
Hey, last year at Crown Jewel, let's see, you had Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. You had Bianca Belair versus Bayley, Usos versus the Brawling Brutes, Braun Strowman versus Omos, Judgment Day versus the OC, Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in an I thought I said exploding cage match. It was a cage match. Damage Control versus Alexa Bliss and Kana, and Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. So I guess they have been ramping it up for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, because like Zeus said, they had green belts and that stupid battle royal, the world's greatest Royal Rumble, or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
So I mean,
now, to be fair, if you're paying me billions of dollars to have shows in your country, I probably will put a good show on too.
When does that contract end? It's got to be ending soon, right? Because that's a Vince job.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't think they're going to renew that? You don't think they're going to make an even bigger deal? After how much money they were able to get out of the networks here in the States?
No.
Come on, you know that they're now more attractive internationally as well.
Yeah,
because of the UFC.
Isn't there WWE's going to have a show in Germany next year, right? Like a pay-per-view or something?
Yeah.
And there's talks they might have a show in France as well, a pay-per-view from France too.
I
think in Paris is what they're talking about.
They got a big show coming up in Australia.
No, he's with AEW.
Who? Big Show. Oh, you're funny. I just got it. He showed up in OVW. I was like, what the hell? Big Show did in OVW.
He needs to get the reps in just to walk to the ring.
But I can't remember. I can't tell you what happened on Raw because I don't remember. So obviously it must have been. It wasn't that old, you know. It couldn't have been all that good.
No, let me see. Let me see what happened on SmackDown and all that shit.
I'm all in on Lexus King. I'm just waiting for Jade Cargill to make her debut already.
Is Jade Cargill the next Raquel Rodriguez for James?
No, I just want to...
Zeus, pontificate on this.
No, you know what it is? I saw Jade live and she was like disgusting. I mean, she looks like 30 billion. I mean, she looks like she's amazing. I mean, she's tall, statuesque, beautiful, but in ring she sucks moose nuts. And I'm like, I want to see the machine turn around and make it into something. And just to look at AEW, say, see, you had it first and you fucked it up. You know.
So last night, Carlito and Santos Escobar versus Street Profits. Street Profits won. Shotzi versus Chelsea Green. Shotzi won. Dragon Lee versus Cedric Alexander. Dragon Lee won.
Cedric Alexander still around? Jeez.
Yeah. Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight. LA Knight won.
I mean, let's face it. I mean, you know, if I'm Cedric Alexander, I want to be there as long as possible.
Yeah, true.
I mean, he's been solid for him. You know, especially since they really ditched that cruiserweight title. I mean, they don't even have it on their other face shows anymore, you know?
Nope.
Oh, they got rid of it a while back, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh. There's a comment here I have to tell y'all. Someone said they're putting the L in LWO.
Excuse me, what?
They're putting the L in LWO.
Like a big L, like you're a
like a loss. Yeah, like a loss.
Right. Okay.
I tell you, all that is nothing but a cash grab. They own the IP. So fuck it, you know. How about sell some T-shirts? That's all that is.
Let's see. Trying to find out the results of the show. James really wants to know.
Who, the Ronda Rousey
Rampage.
Oh, Rampage! Look at that. I watched AEW for the first time in a long time just to see Okada.
Yeah.
And I was like,
severely disappointed.
How did Okada look in the ring with everyone?
He looked okay. I mean, he threw his normal drop kick and actually hit someone in the face. I was like, oh, okay, so he's not being lazy today. That's good, you know. So and it was, and he looked okay, but you could tell it was like
James.
It's not. It was over choreographed.
James, can I put something out there?
Yeah.
It's not hard for Okada to hit them in the face when they're all like tiny people.
That is true.
You're like, oh my God, he managed to drop kick Danielson in the face.
No, hold on, Pedro. In all fairness, all of us seen Okada throw the drop kick and they barely hit somebody in the waist. So it's like, okay.
He's not drop kicking Blackjack Mulligan, you know?
No.
I want to see a Photoshop of this now.
Blackjack Mulligan getting
drop kicked by Okada.
But
Yeah,
The match itself looked like it was a bit over choreographed. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Except
everything
for when,
now.
except for when Danielson got in the ring. I mean, him and Okada looked like they were throwing legit forearms. You know, I mean, they looked like they were hitting each other. But outside of that, it was like,
Look at this lineup.
I mean, you got Kazuchika Okada and you fucked it up.
Look what you missed on Rampage last night, James.
Oh
you
yeah,
missed
just give it to me.
you missed Takashita versus Kyle Fletcher. You
Oh,
missed a Baden versus Sky Blue versus Willow Nightingale versus Anna
oh,
Jay.
I'm sure Lux had a chubby for that one. Go ahead.
You missed Mike Santana versus Ortiz in a no count out, no disqualification match.
Wow, look at that.
Wow, look at that.
And I know you're dying to know Abaddon won a shot at the women's title. Everyone wants to see her who hasn't been on television in like more than a year get a shot at the women's title when she could barely move or do anything.
I can't. I want Lexis King to thrive. I want Jay Cargill to thrive because I want to show those idiots up that you have the people to make it work. You just don't know how to do it. AEW has the roster. They just don't know what to do with them. They have no clue what they're doing.
No, James. They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves, man. Beyond the booking, it doesn't matter because they all have the stupid attitudes, man. They all think that they're fucking, amazing and great and whatever. And then when everything's not the happy little, the happy little place that everybody thought it was going to be, when it's not that, and then they start getting offers, and that's, this is why we're getting to this point,
Yeah.
Because people would, maybe they'd rather be in the position that Cody's in than instead of in the position that some of these other guys are in.
I agree. I mean, I think Pedro said it best a while ago. He goes, AEW presents them with the worst version of themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Every wrestler does the worst version of themselves there.
Yeah, because nobody gives a shit about Miro, but everybody loved Rusev Day.
Well, and then when he got to AEW, didn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing they did was he had that whole thing where he had the bleached hair, and he was he was obsessed with video games, and him and his friends playing video games had a feud with the what are they called, the best friends or whatever they're called, and they lost. They lost to Orange Cassidy and the best friends. So Miro's first thing was doing a feud about playing video games and losing to these little geeks. Yes. And then he disappeared for a while, possibly from injury, and then he came back and he was suddenly the Redeemer. Suddenly he's unstoppable and aggressive, and he gets that secondary title. I can't remember, is it TBS or TNT, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then he's just like unstoppable, and they're like, "Oh, this is a presentation that they always should have done." Blah blah blah. And it's like it just came out of nowhere. The last time we saw him, he's a video game geek, losing to a bunch of little dweebs, and now he's an unstoppable monster. He has this long title reign. He drops the title of all people to Sammy Guevara, and then disappears for almost a year after that, to make an appearance to be in a tournament where he ends up losing to Danielson in the final. Then he disappears for months again. Then they start, what's that? The CM Punk show, Collision. They started Collision. He suddenly appears on there. They're like, oh, now I have something to do. And he makes sporadic appearances. And where is he now? Is he anywhere? Oh, yeah, they're redoing the thing where his wife is like, I'm here, but I want to fuck other guys. And you're like, oh, isn't this the angle that they did in the WWE? They got people pissed off.
Yeah.
So
That's what
yeah,
shit they did with Bobby
that's
Lashley, right?
Miro's
Yeah.
story. Yeah, so there's Miro's a wonderful AEW run so far.
See, they have the people. It's horrible. It's horrible. Andrade is nowhere to be found.
And you know
They have,
you mentioned that too, James. Is like the Rusev Day thing was succeeding in spite of like it just had that life of its own from the fans.
right.
You know, they were really into it, and you know, no matter what, you know, the WWE wasn't pushing it or whatever. People were still, you know, all about it. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rusev Day.
Oh yeah, what was that guy's name?
Yeah.
He used to do the intros for him.
Yeah.
the guy that did he did the frog splash because his wife was a Guerrero.
Yeah.
That's the guy who was married to what's her name? Yeah.
Shaw,
Shaw?
right? Or, no,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Shaw.
Yeah,
One of them.
yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
Guerrero daughters. One of the Guerrero
Yeah.
daughters. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't remember which one it is, but one of them.
Yeah. Rusev Day. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just it had no. It was totally organic because it wasn't backed by anybody, but you know, because it wasn't pushed by the machine, and the fans just took it over. It
Well,
was
I mean,
great.
they ended the push of it, you know.
Yeah.
But people were still like, hey, it's it's Rusev Day, and
Mm-hmm.
like Arby's, like the Arby's Twitter, it's like what today is, right? It's Rusev,
It's awesome.
yeah.
They I don't again, and I mean, they have people, and I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think only a handful of people are thriving in AEW, like the Bryan Danielson. Okay, yeah, he before all the shit that we talk about. I mean, is he stupid enough to coming back in the ring after that whole thing with his neck? Yeah, but I mean, he's a legit talent, man. I mean, he can go anywhere and he can put on quality matches.
I'm not saying he's not a legit talent. What I'm saying is he's not doing anything special there. He's doing zero special
titles.
there.
He hasn't won. I
don't forget about titles. He's not having any cool stories. He showed up in AEW. They're like, oh look, it's him. He has they align him against the Elite. He has that match with Omega, and then they put the title on Hangman Page, and suddenly, with no explanation, they turn him heel just so Page has an opponent.
Yeah.
And then they randomly flip-flop him around. They turn him heel randomly again to have the thing with MJF. They turn him this way to have this. Blah blah blah. They just do whatever with this guy. So they're not doing shit with this guy. Nothing.
And he tapped
nothing concrete.
Broken up.
Well, yeah, even that was like a random thing. We were like, why is this happening? Like, why is he tapping out Okada?
Yeah.
So they're not doing anything with it. I mean, we're not saying he can't work in the ring. We're saying like they're not doing anything cool with him. In my opinion, they're not doing anything.
I feel sorry for Sting.
I don't. He's all right. He's just fine.
Sting just got a gift from Tony Khan. Why do you feel sorry for him?
The man with the suit with the chains and the black liver. Yeah.
Is it with a black liver?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what Christian said. Yeah, the promo. Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, now Christian's like one of the only people doing okay because he's actually working character stuff.
Yeah. I like how he won the belt, although he didn't win the belt. That was kind of hot. So, but other than that, I mean, they have these random matches that come out of nowhere. You have Okada just show up, no build up, no nothing. Then, of all things, you put him in a tag team match? What? You're going to fly him over here to a job in a tag team match to Orange Cassidy. They'll fucking tag with Orange Cassidy. Really? Tag with Orange Cassidy? Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, everyone jobs to Orange Cassidy at some point in AEW.
This is so true.
It is. Adam Cole.
So true.
Adam Cole jobbed to Orange Cassidy in a big match.
Pac did. Everybody
Everyone,
did.
everyone jobs to him. Like it's so weird. He's so terrible, but yet everyone must job to him, and it's like a self-fulfilled prophecy. They're like, see, he's a draw. He's a draw, guys. He's a this.
Oh yeah. So is Sin Cara apparently.
You know, the Mystico thing. The Mystico thing's hilarious because
that's fucked up, sis.
because like Dave Meltzer's had this thing for a while, trying to say that Mystico sold more tickets than Austin, sold more tickets than this and this. And I'm just like thinking, even let's say during his big CMLL run, his original CMLL run, that they sold in numbers more tickets. We're not saying in actual money drawn, right? We're saying the number of tickets sold. No. It's a completely different audience, okay? Yeah. It's a completely different audience, completely different setup. They're running the same few buildings all the time, CMLL. They own all these buildings. Everything is profit. They going there is like just it's like going to it's Sunday. We're going to go to the Lucha Libre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different thing. You can't compare it to going around a country and drawing money. They're not going around a country. They're going to these same few buildings. It's such a weird thing. And then like him coming to do this AEW show, and they're like, look, the ticket sales went up. The ticket sales also, this was a trend that's happening for a while in a lot of AEW shows, because the last week or two before each show, they start doing a buy one, get one free deal on their tickets. So their tickets start moving at the end because the fans are learning, hey, just wait and we can get tickets to the show. They may not be the best tickets, but we get tickets to the show if we wait. Right. There's all this context that gets like left off of these things, and people just say this dumb bullshit for whatever that they want to say.
I like the article that Juice posted in our chat about RBD just hitting Meltzer over the head. That was good.
Oh my God, yeah, he laid into him, man. It's like, and of course, it's quote Pedro, it doesn't matter because he's just saying shit to placate his fan base to get that $10 a month for the Observer. So
right.
I mean,
people were giving Rob Van Dam some grief over that whole thing because they're saying that he was homophobic in what he said.
Yeah, of course. I mean, because if you, it wasn't a great argument,
right?
It's not a great argument.
Yeah,
but but he's doing his thing that he always he speaks his mind, and so it just
he should repost a picture of him in the hot tub where he has the hands on the two women's boobs. He should be like look at my life, look at y'all's. RVD should do that, not Dave Meltzer. If Dave Meltzer had
RVD, right?
If Dave Meltzer had a picture like that, it's with the Bucks or something. But
obviously,
hey, Ala Wolfie, welcome.
Ala Wolfie, what's up?
My voice may sound terrible, Ala Wolfie, because of all my squawking, my screeching last night. So.
The Bucks, I'm tired of them too. The Elite. Hangman Page.
Wow.
Jay's starting to sound like you're doing part of a rap intro or something. The Elite. The Bucks. Hangman Page.
They just all
Kenny Omega.
But and that's something that a lot of people aren't talking about either, is that there is that that elite ceiling, and you're not going to get over on these guys.
Yeah.
You're not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you came from. The only way to to not get beat by them is just not to work with them.
Yeah.
You know?
So you know that this goes back to what you were bringing up about Cody in a way, Zeus. Cody, if you recall, when he was in AEW, one of the criticisms that a lot of people had was that what he did felt separate from everything else going on in the promotion. Like, it never felt like it was part of AEW. It was like, oh, look, now's the Codyverse part of the show.
Yeah.
And is that because he was trying to keep himself out of that other stuff, even though he was technically part of the Elite?
I mean, obviously he wasn't.
Oh, that's true, I guess.
You know? I mean, I think that's something that we can say now. But I don't know. You know,
I mean, this is all speculation, but do you think the Bucks are a little bit envious of what they see Cody Rhodes doing now?
But they would never be in that situation, though. Like, the Bucks are not an act that can go get that run. I feel.
No, I agree.
If they show up, they're gonna look like these two spazzy dudes, and who just it's not gonna be the same.
Overall, yeah, but like Michael Cole is like way into Bullet Club. Have you noticed that? Like, anytime he can say Bullet Club, he'll say Bullet Club on the air.
Yeah.
Like he was, he's like talking about who was it? Finn Balor,
yeah.
It was Finn Balor, and who was he wrestling? It was
AJ Styles, right?
Yeah. It's like, two of the founders and leaders of Bullet Club, and it's like, wow, that's pretty. We weren't expecting to hear that.
Mm. The Bucks.
The Buck stops here.
Now, actually, who's Kenny Omega going to be fighting now?
He's gonna wrestle MJF sometime for the title.
MJF,
I don't know what.
right?
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like on a random show or some bullshit. I can't tell you. I can try to find out.
So that means we got to get excited for Okada Danielson too, then, right? That's why you bring him over.
I thought you were gonna say we gotta get excited for MJF Omega. I was like, fuck off. But
where's Ospreay in over this?
I don't know. There's speculation about him where he's gonna resign now that his deal is ending with New Japan. So
really, yeah.
Well, what's the speculation you're hearing?
That he's got his choice of where he wants to go.
Oh, okay. Hold on, amigos. Hold on.
He ain't gonna show up on Impact, right?
Hold the fuck on, amigos.
Well, I mean, he was on Impact the other night,
the other week, right? Yeah.
Yeah, people are making a big deal that they were going to show him versus Mike Bailey like in complete form this past Thursday on Impact. But hold up, I want to pump the brakes here a moment. So on Wednesday, there is some mess with MJF and all the with that diamond match thing with Juice Robinson and a bunch of people running out and blah blah blah. Kenny Omega showed up at the end of that and was like, "Hey, I want a shot at the title." And then we were just reading a moment ago that last night is in Friday night on Rampage, that a Baden girl who's terrible won a chance for the women's title, right? So okay, Wednesday you have a thing, Friday you have a thing. Guess what's happening tonight?
On Collision, what?
On Collision, you have MJF versus Kenny Omega for the world title, and you have Hikaru Shida versus Abaddon for the women's title.
That's happening already?
Yeah, did I not complain about this like just in the past few weeks that they're like have something and set something up like for the very next day, and you're like, no, that shit has to play out like a week or two. That's how you get people interested in it. Why would you throw MJF and Omega on a fucking Saturday show that so few people are going to watch?
Especially up against the World Series. You save that shit for a pay-per-view.
And they also have Jay White versus AR Fox on this show. Man, what the fuck are these dumb mother...
Jay White's walking around with the AEW belt, right?
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know the story behind that, but apparently, I don't know how he got possession of it, but he's been showing up on the shows. You got the Triple B draped over his shoulder.
Oh, that story usually doesn't play out very well in wrestling.
Yeah, so I don't know where they're going with that. So, I mean, is that just to set up a future titles match, or like built in storyline, or I mean, like I don't know what they're doing with that.
But what about this issue that they're doing of like they keep setting up something within the week? Like,
yeah, that's fast.
I mean, it's dumb. Forget fast. It's dumb.
But you got to water it. You got to massage it a little. You know what I'm saying? To give it time to breathe.
Well, if you want MJF and Omega to have a match on TV instead of pay-per-view, you have it on another episode of Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
You set it up on this week, and then you have it either like 2 weeks from now or something like that, where there's time for people to get excited for it.
Yeah, have a run in next week, have another run in the week after, and then boom.
You don't have it like, hey, just so you know, you want to have this match on that Saturday show nobody watches, especially
nobody watches that. Well, I think the only person that watches that show is Lux. So, nobody watches that show.
Lux is now, he's going to start hate watching our show.
That's all right. He could become a meme. I'm the only geek who watches AEW.
So. Dang. Lux, if you're watching, we appreciate your view.
Don't blow me. It's just, it's just, I don't know.
And this thing of setting up women's title matches like they did with Sky Blue and the secondary title on Botchlander. They did that just like 2 weeks ago. Sky Blue won the match on a Friday, and then the next night on Saturday, she's challenging for the title and losing. And now we're having Abaddon winning this match on a Friday after like months and months, possibly more than a year of not being on television. She just shows up. It's like, it's Halloween time. Put the scary girl out there.
Yeah.
So the scary girl who can't work or anything gets thrown out there, wins this thing, and she's going to challenge the next night. Where, God willing, she loses or whatever, but I say that, it doesn't matter, but...
Yeah. Hey, Zeus, I want to get back to something that you said, because you said that Ospreay was on Impact this past week, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you think there's a possibility that he could sign with Impact? Because the whole thing changing to TNA now and all that bullshit? I mean, is that a possibility?
He's prone to do weird shit like put a fictitious number of attendance of a car that he appeared at on his. So he's prone to impulsive flights of fancy apparently.
Oh,
so maybe he is gonna sign with them.
Do you think that was the pitch, or
I mean, if you asked where I thought the most likely place he would be back in New Japan.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to make that pretty much, right? Doesn't he?
I mean, we think so, right?
I mean, unless Impact made this tremendous pitch, it's going to be rebranded back to TNA. You be the face of TNA, like the new face of the company, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so Impact showed the entirety of that Will Ospreay Mike Bailey match because Meltzer gave it 5 1/4 stars.
Wow.
It's the first 5-star match he gave TNA Impact since 2005.
Wonder who that was.
I think it's one of the Joe Daniels, AJ Styles 3-ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Bailey said, getting 5.25 stars for my match at BFG is honestly pretty cool. We are the first match in Impact to get this high of a rating since Joe AJ Daniels, which feels insane. It's all very subjective, but the hope
Why
is
is
that people
everybody
continue to
putting
pay
over
more.
Meltzer?
Because they all want imaginary Oscars.
They're putting over Meltzer like he's like God or something. Like what? What? Why?
He's the god of stars.
He's the God of stars.
He's the Oprah of stars.
Yeah.
Star, you get a star.
Oh my God! I can't win. Like, just shut up. You just shut up. Go away. I can't win. You know. So, hi guys. What do you think Sting's final opponent should be?
God damn! I hope it's not Ric Flair.
Oh no, Zeus, shut your mouth.
Why else are you bringing him back?
Ric Flair is totally going to get in the ring again. I'm going to tell y'all that right the fuck
he
now.
is. He's been saying
going to wrestle in
AEW.
Now. Yeah, he's
Why
totally
can't he just retire? You know, I can't stay away.
He should have retired after that Shawn Michaels match at WrestleMania. That was a swan song, and he just fucked it up.
Well, that was a good story. You know,
it was handed to him on a silver platter, Zeus. I mean, that's your opportunity to go on top.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying it's not. You know,
hey, I mean, we know why he keeps coming back.
Yeah, 19 divorces.
Yeah, money. Mm-hmm. Oh, money.
I met a woman on Wednesday. I'm engaged on Friday. Yeah. Okay. Good job.
She's your personal trainer, right? So
yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah. she's James' nurse.
She's only 17.
No, James. No. The Mark Mania does not. The views expressed by James Sorno do not.
Oh man, no, but it's like that was a swan song. He should have just left it there. And I can't. Do we really need to see a 75-year-old in the ring again?
No.
I mean, jeez.
Oh, I don't know why this popped in my head, but Richard Roundtree died this week. Richard Mole died this week.
Richard Mole, yeah.
Yeah.
Bull, from
Night Court.
Yeah. And Shaft. Bull from Night Court and Shaft.
Shaft.
Crazy.
Yeah, sad.
Crazy week.
Mm-hmm. And, we went to Tony Khan to book Ric Flair as fucking Sting's opponent.
No, he's Sting's gift. That's Sting's gift, James. James, get it right. That's Sting's gift. I didn't snort all that cocaine just to get it wrong.
Here's your gift: a suit, a bunch of gold chains, and a black liver.
Did you see his suit? His suit had all this like texture stuff going on.
It's like Paisley, like he raided Prince's closet.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him fight Jeff Jarrett. I don't want to see him fight. Knowing AEW, they'll fuck it up, and they'll try to do Darby Allin.
They should have Ric Flair do stereo coffin drops with Darby Allin. He does a big woo before he does the coffin drop.
And then Flair dies in the ring from it, right? Yeah.
No, he dies outside the ring.
Outside the ring.
For it to be perfect in AEW, it would have to be outside the ring.
What are the chances that Sting will probably fight Darby Allin and put him over?
I mean, that would make the most sense in a way. But I don't know. It don't matter.
Nope. Nothing matters.
I mean, I like the fact that they paid homage to the Clash of Champions match. Here on TBS, 35 years ago, it was the Clash of Champions, the match that made Sting.
It's just cheap
I get
nostalgia pop, James.
I know, but at least they acknowledged it. It was cool. That was cool.
It's like in the fucking movies. The movies are like full of these like nostalgia pops. They're like, oh, look, we threw in this little nostalgia pop. And people are like, oh, I saw that in the theaters when I was a wee lad and all this bullshit. And people mark out and you're like, but no, you just got nothing. Like nothing happened to the movie and to the plot to help the story, to help the quality of the thing you're watching. You just got a little like release of drugs in your brain and you just like
no, but I'm glad they mentioned it, Pedro, because how many people in that AEW audience even knew what Clash of Champions were?
I'm sure they have some concept of it just because they're wrestling nerds or something. I'm guessing. I don't know. It's hard to say.
No. Clash of Champions. Look it up. Watch the matches.
I want them to look it up and end up
YouTube
watching.
For
God's
sake.
I want them to look it up.
It went up against WrestleMania for free. I mean, there's history behind it.
Clash of Titans.
Clash of Champions 6 went up against
free WrestleMania, right? Yeah.
WrestleMania. It went up against WrestleMania 4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought the first one is the one that went up against WrestleMania 4.
No, because
which Clash of Champions went up against WrestleMania?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up, man. Yeah, the Clash of Champions, the first one, March 27th, 1988. This was aired head to head with WrestleMania 4.
Okay. That went up against the Trump Plaza WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, they had 2 WrestleManias in Trump Plaza.
Yeah.
Back to back, 4 and 5.
Brutal.
You sounded like you died inside. When you realize they did it twice, like 2 years in a row there, you're like, I mean, the venue didn't look terrible, but you didn't need to do it like 2 years in a row.
No.
They used to have a lot of big boxing matches there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad venue. It's not.
Is it around anymore? I imagine it's gone.
I don't know. I think it's done.
Yeah.
At the time, probably. It was not, at that time.
Yeah,
it was,
very, very different thing back then.
Yeah. But no. That's like holding the Super Bowl in Jacksonville. That was one of the worst things ever. Never again.
I briefly yesterday we were talking with this lady from Columbia who lived in New Jersey for a while, so I got to hear stuff about New Jersey for a little bit yesterday. But.
I'm sorry. James, come on. I mean, we know.
Yeah.
Is there anything redeeming about New Jersey?
No. I mean, I know a lot of people that live there. I got family that live there, but exes that live there, but nope.
Exes that live there.
Jesus has hit him nail on the head. No. Jersey, And they hit you over the head with the highest taxes, too, per capita. The highest taxes, man. You want to buy a house in Jersey? You pay half of the fucking house in taxes. Get out of here. And that swamp state? The fuck out of here.
Remind me when we go off the air to tell you all about Buffalo Bills and my sister.
About Buffalo Bill, the what?
The NFL team and my sister.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought the Silence of the Lambs.
No. None of us will remember this.
But I don't, I just hope they put Sting up against somebody good.
It don't matter, James.
I mean, let the man go out in style. Don't jump off the
What
fucking
style
balcony.
is he gonna go out in?
I don't. He stinks,
he's so,
Pedro.
but
It stings.
he's an old man, James. He's an old limited man. What style? What's this thing you want him to go out on?
I just want to do 2 punches, do a Stinger Splash, a Scorpion Deathlock over the day. That's it.
You want him to do it, run through his signature spots, and then lay down for someone.
Yeah, they have a Darby Alley, the second coming. Jeez.
He'll have to eat a coffin drop. That's the best I can do for you.
Horrible. Darby Allin's a big idiot for getting slammed on those steps like that too.
I mean, he's just a big idiot.
I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg of dumb bumps he's taken, James. Remember, do you both remember in the first year of AEW, him and Sammy Guevara had a match, and I went on a giant rant about the match because of how many stupid bumps and stuff they did. They did all these just ridiculously stupid bumps that would shorten people's lives. Forget their career, shorten your lives. So these are the people you're talking about. I mean, taking that bump on the steps, he's probably like,
this is the problem. Pedro,
that's okay.
This is the problem where you don't have cohesive, long-term storytelling. Instead, all you have is holy shit moments, and you're constantly searching for the next holy shit moment. So they're trying to outdo themselves because they don't have legitimate storytelling.
I mean, that's just, one problem.
Tell us the other problems, Zeus, please.
I'm sure Zeus has a scroll.
I want to hear this. I'm like, please tell us.
What do you expect from these people who they just all they do is change their minds. They just wherever their flights of fancy take them. Because it's there's nothing real or redeemable or anything. Nothing how they set out, with that bullshit line about, making it sports based or whatever. All that crap is just all gone out the window, bullshit.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
I mean, everything from day one, and just it's all their own fault, man. I mean, I don't feel sorry for them.
Do you think that company's going to last, Zeus?
I mean, WCW would have lasted if they had a billionaire too.
Yeah. I think as long as the Jaguars are winning, I think the company lasts.
But you have to remember though, the NFL supports the other teams.
Yeah.
Right? So even if they're doing trash, they're still getting "we're sorry you suck" money.
That is true. Yeah.
It's not like any
revenue
other
sharing.
Sport. I mean, they're really
part of revenue sharing. Yeah.
So, it's.
I think as long as the Jaguars are playing good football, it'll last. I think once the owner has to start digging into his own pocket and start paying them salaries, I think that's why the AEW is in trouble.
I don't think so, because see, here's the thing too: is it becomes a matter of pride and ownership. The overall league ownership, they don't like to see that kind of thing.
True, so true,
right?
So very, very true, Susie. That's a good point. Very good point.
Here in Buffalo, we've got the people that own the Bills, and they've owned the Bills now for about 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
And they own the Bills and the Buffalo Sabres, right? Mm-hmm. And the Sabres haven't made it to the playoffs in the entire time they've owned the team.
Yeah, it's a long time, man.
I mean, since they took over, that team has not gotten an iota better. But they're not gonna act like anything's wrong. So
I don't know.
I mean,
I have
I
that
want
company.
James. I
I'm gonna
want to
say,
remind you that these are the people who own Jacksonville Jaguars, the Cons. They also own Fulham in England.
yeah, true.
Okay, and Fulham has had a very contentious relationship with them because the supporters, because of they went from they weren't winning titles, right? But they were consistently in the Premier League, right?
Right.
And then the Cons took over, and suddenly their fortunes went like down, like to the first division, then down to the second division, then ping ponging back and forth between the first and second division till they finally got back to the Premier League. And it just, I mean, they just had like a roller coaster. They just can't do anything like they used to. And the fans started, getting into it with him, saying he wanks dogs, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. Which led to lots of flame wars between him and them. This is all before AEW existed. So they have very contentious relationship. Their fortunes are just all over the place. They're not great with the Cons owning them, and I mean, they're also running an AEW and a Jacksonville Jaguars, and who knows whatever the fuck else is out there. So.
Well, AEW's making money through TBS and TNT, right? Because they ain't doing it through house shows. I can tell you that. Because their attendance at house shows are shit, right?
I mean,
they don't have house shows, James.
Well, I mean, the shows that they've had.
Unless you call no one watching their TV shows house shows.
There you go.
I mean, nobody's watching it. Nobody's watching TV. But the thing that I'd seen, what's the name of that account? Tix.
Because that's where they're making their money through TNT, right?
I don't know. I don't know how that deal works. I don't know if it's anywhere remotely the same as as WWE.
Right.
So, all right, just for instance here, tonight, this is according to WrestleTix.
Okay.
Is saying AEW presents Collision tonight, Mohegan Sun, Connecticut.
They're in Vince's backyard.
Right. So the current setup is 4,177 seats. Tickets sold so far, 3,100. Available tickets, 1,031. That's as of an hour ago.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
No,
Okay.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
But once again, it's just a less than 5,000 seat arena.
Right.
Right. So SmackDown from last night.
That was Impact to be a huge show. But for them, it's a small.
What were the SmackDown numbers, Zeus?
SmackDown numbers of current setup was 11,588, and it said tickets distributed 11,425.
Wow.
And
That's
they opened
difference.
up the other side of Section 1115 limited view earlier. So, let's see.
Adam Copeland's going to be laughing his ass off to the bank.
Right. So AEW Collision, that's going to be Friday, November 17th in Inglewood. The current setup is 7,776 tickets. The available tickets is 4,352. And they've sold 3,100. So that's half filled.
No.
And with less than 3 weeks to go.
So
You would think in 3 weeks, at least 1,000 more would get sold.
Well,
See, then here's let's see.
So they can't be making all that much money from their shows like that.
Right. So I mean, you're looking at, and then like Pedro says that they're opening, they open
The buy one get one free sale happens. Yeah. It's been a winning thing for. I mean, I say winning, but it's been a thing that's helped their ticket sales. Like toward as they get closer to the thing, they've been running out those deals. I'm not bad mouthing it. I'm just saying that's what.
No, yeah, I mean, no, that works if you have a TV show because you want your stadium to look full, you know. But I mean, how much money they are possibly making? I mean, how many times can you sell 3,000 seats? That's not going to do it. I mean, especially when you guys making, a lot of money. Bucks, Edge, MJF.
But also here's another thing to think about. At the same time, who are they beholden to? It's not like WWE.
That is true.
They're not really beholden to.
Right, they're not public. Yeah,
right. That's
they
true.
Don't have stockholders to.
Right.
Yeah, and so.
That is true.
So you're dealing with, this is kind of their animal. This is their beast to deal with.
Their beast. Their beast of burden.
The beast of burden.
So I don't know why that's
I mean, it's just because we know that there were times. There's been several times where Vince was losing money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Right. It's only this last what do you guys think? This last 10 years where it's become so.
I would say 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years has become so hyper successful, and just so synonymous, and just with the way that with streaming has changed, and where we're looking at this is content, and all these networks and streaming services, they need content, so the number one most dependable brand of pro wrestling and sports entertainment becomes a huge commodity, so
John Cena sucks.
There was a long time where Vince was just beholden to himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him and Linda. It's Linda's they're gonna foreclose on the house. They're gonna, shut the gas off. Randy's kissing Stephanie again.
Oh my God. Randy's kissing Stephanie again.
Bang.
But that's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey Stephanie, you got like a million teeth. I like to lick every one of them individually.
You want to snap into a Slim Jim? Sorry. Hey, sorry. Let's not kill James. Jeez. Let's not kill him.
You guys sound like fucking pedophiles.
No.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do what my mommy told me not to do.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you something, brother. I tell you what my favorite song is, brother. She's only 17.
Marty Scurll, is that you?
Yeah. It was legal in my country, mate.
It was legal in Liverpool. In Liverpool, it's okay.
You can legally be a sex pest there.
Oh God.
This is the final episode of Mark Out Mania.
It's a good thing nobody listens to us.
Yeah.
The only people that listen to us
Ala
are
Wolfie is here.
Ala Wolfie, poor thing.
Yes, we apologize, Ala Wolfie. We
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah, just Google Model
somewhat.
Scroll.
Yeah.
No, do not Google Morty's girl. Do not.
Yeah. SCURLL.
Do not. Yeah. Yeah. We post a comment like, do not.
It's gonna come up to me too.
Do not Google Morty's girl. With also the words sex pest.
The villain.
Or
do not do this. Do not do this.
What is statutory rape in your country?
Yeah. That was funny.
Hey, a little change of direction here. Halloween is coming up on Tuesday. Anyone got big plans? Anyone watch any movies this week? Anything?
I'm gonna dress up as a national treasure, Nick Aldis.
Oh wow!
You're gonna wear the ugliest, goudiest tailcoat of all time.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is funny we mentioned Marty's girl. Because I saw the two of them go at it for the NWA World Cup.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
At the Crockett Cup, and when that, you remember me sending that picture before the match started of the lines, people waiting in line to get their autographs, and it was like 100 people deep for Marty Skrull, and there was like nobody for Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
And like now easily it would be reversed.
Yeah. Well, I know why people weren't online Nick Aldis, because they were all scared of Camille.
Well, this is true too.
James, I doubt there are so many people scared of Camille.
I'm fucking scared. She scares me, man. She scares me. I had to hold my protector, Raquel Rodriguez. Come save me.
That's his protector.
Yeah.
He's like, mommy cakes, come here.
Yeah, well, but that's a good point, just because like how the mighty have fallen. Because now Skrull is nowhere to be found, and all of us is on SmackDown as the GM. Right. So it's like what a big reversal. And he's married to Mickey James. I'm like, hello.
Well, I mean that didn't change. I mean he's been married to her.
He's been married to her for.
But it's like
I mean, he had that W going for him for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did they get married? This is a while back.
Yeah, I mean they got a kid and everything. I mean, they just
right.
It's like that seems to be one of the happiest marriages.
They were together before he was champ, right?
Yeah.
In his first run in Impact.
Maybe.
They've been married since 2015, but they had their kid in 2014, so they've been together longer than they've been married. So.
The national treasure. I want to see him and fucking Adam Pearce go at it one more time in the ring. Why not?
I know you want that.
Oh, well, come on, Zeus. Why not, man? It'd be fun.
I think the only thing against that, James, that audience has no idea about Adam Pearce as a wrestler. They have no idea of Nick Aldis as a wrestler. And this isn't taking anything away from either guy, but for that audience, they don't know who they are as wrestlers. They know who they are as authority figures now, but
that's a shame. This is why we need to educate the people, Pedro.
They don't care.
We're gonna educate. How are we gonna educate them?
I don't know.
Like James, let me put something out there. There is a very real chance that we could go back and be like, hey, let me show you this stuff, and then we're watching it, we're like, oh shit, we like this in the past. Oh shit.
Yeah, every generation's got those matches. Yeah. I mean, we can all go back and show people some ECW matches, and we get all cringe now. We're like, oh damn, man.
Yeah, probably a lot of ECW and would probably not age very well in some ways.
So it's everybody has that, So I don't care about that.
And what role did ECW have in creating the current situation? Although, when I think about that, sometimes I go, what role did Memphis have in creating the current situation? Because a lot of ECW and the Japanese deathmatch stuff and this and this stuff Memphis, all kind of it kind of comes off of people going, I'm going to take Memphis up a few notches. So
yeah.
But Memphis was great. I'm not bad mouthing Memphis. Memphis was great.
Well,
but you got to be careful when you mention Memphis, because then you mention Jerry Lawler. And
Jerry Lawler has a lot of he's with Marty's girl.
Him and Skrull share the same bar stool.
No. Come on, man. Let's not go, man. They share the same bar stool? No, man.
So.
But y'all see any movies this week? Any horror movies?
I finally saw Exorcist the Believer.
Okay.
Okay.
How was it?
If you didn't call it Exorcist the Believer, it'd be okay. Not good, but okay. But because you slapped the Exorcist label on it, you had expectations. And yes, I know why they did it. Cash grab. And you had Linda Blair and you had Ellen Burstyn making cameos. I get it, but the movie's like, I get the premise was good. It's the execution in said premise that was not good.
What is the premise of the movie?
Well, it's like these girls are these two young girls are missing in their lives. One young girl, her mother died, and the other young girl, her faith is a question in God because of a very religious background. So that's how the devil gets in. He's constantly tempting them. Like I can say, I can take you to see your mom. She's in here with us. Come follow me. It's good, but again, you decide to call it The Exorcist, so your expectation levels go up. And they killed it with the CGI at the end. They fucked it up with the CGI. So, you should just left it alone. It was fine. So I saw that. It was all right.
I didn't get to finish it. I've been crashing hard lately because I've been, I'm back to going to work and then coming over here to school and it's I'm back on that.
Hanging out with celebrities,
Yeah, and so it's I've been busy, but it's just I started watching. It's a newer one they got on Netflix right now. It's about it's about possession. It's actually pretty good. I just got to finish it. It's The Devil in something or other. I don't know.
Oh, it is. You called The Devil Inside Me?
Might be.
I wanted to see that.
I prefer the devil in something or another.
No, because I heard that was pretty good. I heard it was all right. I wanted to see that. The new one came out yesterday on Netflix too. What was it called? Freddy something? I mean, not Netflix. It came on Peacock. Freddy's Place or something like that.
Freddy's Place.
Yeah, it's a new horror flick.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's. There you go.
Yeah, it's getting panned by Viewers and critics. It's like 37% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm skipping it.
Well, it's got that guy that's like the love interest, like the one of the early love interest guys from Hunger Games. The guy that was able to like paint the camouflage on himself or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, it's whatever. But I mean, it's
They made a big deal about that thing. Oh, this is dropping on Friday, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be great. And I was like, oh, shit, I got to check it out. And, okay, it's not. I'd rather watch Megan.
oof, yeah. That's
Zeus hates that movie, huh?
it just made me like, who the hell are you pulling for at the end?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, Megan is the most rootable person in the movie.
Yeah, you wanted to kill everybody.
I mean, I didn't have anything against the little girl, to be honest, but her caretaker, the aunt, was just a piece of garbage. So I mean, I had a similar problem with Cocaine Bear. The bear and a few of the people, okay, but like the main people that they want you to care about, like that one lady Felicity or whatever, like is like fuck her kid, like fuck both of them.
Yeah.
They're just like pieces of garbage, and the drug dealer's son. Like that guy is just a loser. Like his friend, you like his friend more than you like him. You're like, yeah, can we just kill him and like get behind the friend or something? You care more for the police cop and his dog than you do like the
yeah, right. You care for the dog, yeah.
yeah. And they're like, no, well, we better kill that guy. Oh shit! Sorry, but.
I want to see that movie, Cocaine Jaws.
Cocaine Shark.
Yeah, Cocaine Shark. That's what it is.
Looks fucking terrible.
Of course, but how great would that be?
I mean, why don't you just watch a bad movie with good special effects and watch the Meg 2 again?
Yeah. Oh, I love the Meg. I was having issues the other night, right? Because I couldn't sleep with my. My heart failure was acting up bad. So it was like 4:00 in the morning. I am wide awake and I'm grumpy. I'm like, ugh. So I decided to turn on the TV just for some background noise and just leave it to TBS. As soon as I turned it on, the Meg was just starting. I was like, yes. I stood up and watched the whole thing with commercials and all. I loved it. I went to bed like 6:30 in the morning.
Read the book.
I know.
No, I know. That might be difficult with his eye situation, though. I didn't think about that.
But it's you know what the Meg is turning into for TBS now? Jaws. Because remember TBS played Jaws
that's terrible,
every
James.
5 minutes?
That's terrible, James.
No, because
Jaws so much better quality movie for people to consume.
No, but I mean, because TBS used to play it all the time.
Yeah.
Like at least once a week, Jaws was on TBS. Well, it's the same thing with the Meg now. It's on TBS at least once a week. I love it. It's awesome. Who doesn't want to see Jason Statham kill 100-foot shark and not get a scratch on him? That's amazing. While drinking a beer.
I told somebody the other day they were very shocked. I would say this, but I said that I wish that Jaws hadn't been made until they could have had a better shark in the water.
Yeah, but then the movie wouldn't have been as good.
But I mean because for me, like as a kid, like I didn't even see it until I don't know a couple of years later, maybe.
Yeah.
And I just remember, it's just like the first time you see the fake shark, it's just so fake. Like it took me completely out of the movie.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it was made in the 70s, so what do you expect?
I know, but I'm just saying. I mean, if you look at the great like if you look at the combination, especially the practical effects that they had in Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
I mean, they really did that so well because I mean those sharks that they made, the animatronic sharks that they made were actually able to swim like real sharks. They were able to mimic the tail movement so they could actually propel themselves by remote, you know. So, yeah.
I watched this other movie on Amazon called The Breach.
The Breach. That
Breach?
sounds familiar.
Yeah, The
Sounds
Breach.
familiar.
It was executive producer is Slash.
Oh wow.
So I was like, oh, how bad could this movie be? It's going to suck balls. But it was all right. So all Canadian production with Canadian actors and everything. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was all right. I was like, okay, not too bad. You know?
Was there a lot of TNA in it?
No. It was a lot of gore, actually.
If you follow Slash's Instagram, you will know why I asked that question.
It was absolutely no TNA, none whatsoever.
That's shocking because I follow his Instagram and he is constantly showing the most obscure TNA stuff you can imagine.
Well, you know, he's a whore, so you know. He's a guitar plucking whore.
I didn't watch any movies this week. I've just been so busy with things. I think the only Halloween thing I saw, Stephanie and I watched. What was that thing? I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, but that Garfield animated special from '85 or whatever.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
We watched that, and we were like, "Oh man, this thing does not age at all. This thing does not age well. It was terrible. It was awful." But
I might break up my Universal collection for Halloween.
Yeah, I've been kind of hankering for Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, old school Creature from Black Lagoon. I'll play Dracula. I'll do Frankenstein, the Wolfman with Lon Chaney Jr. You know, like all the old school shit.
Yeah.
But you know, like I don't want to open that box again. It's nice and tight. But why not? What the hell?
you can probably find. Well, they have it on various streaming things.
Yeah,
James.
yeah.
You can just watch it on streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, I like watching all the extras, you know, like all that bullshit's nice. You know?
Oh man, so Stephanie was wanting to watch that Beckham show on Netflix for a while.
I refuse.
She's wanting to watch it, and so this Sunday we started watching it, and there was a thing she did not take into consideration. Okay, she did not take into consideration that I have been watching football my entire life. And that I have very strong opinions on a lot of things that happened in the time period that they're showing stuff about. And she did not, I don't think she was expecting it to be so much about football like it is. And so we're watching
soccer.
Yeah, the real football, yes. The real fucking football. Ignorant people. And so she hadn't taken into account that I'm going to be yelling at the TV and the way they're presenting stuff like oh, that's bullshit, oh, that's and yelling all this stuff at the TV, like saying what happened and this and that. She didn't take into that account. So she went from she couldn't wait to see it to like, oh shit, she's having to hear me yell about football for like 2 hours.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The poor girl. There's still 2 episodes to go. We only made it through 2 episodes. We still got 2 episodes to go.
Brutal.
We finished that Love is Blind reunion thing for the recent season. So all I got to see was reality TV and then a Garfield special. That's all I got to see this week. Everything else.
I read somewhere the production with the new Blade's been put on hold. Is that true?
With what? The new Blade?
The whole production been put on hold.
Oh, is it because the writers and actors strike, or?
I don't know. I don't know why, but it wasn't. Everything else is continuing, but except that. I was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, we got Mahershala Ali, like who I know will kill it, because he's such a good actor." I'm like, oh. The one Marvel movie I'm looking forward to. I don't care about the Marvels, man, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, none of those.
Yeah,
I don't care
that
about.
Marvels thing looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
shit.
it looks really stupid.
I'm having trouble getting into Loki season 2. It's not working. I'd like this is the one movie I'm looking forward to. Well, come on, man. Don't mess with Blade.
Let's see.
Well, James, that's kind of
Yeah, I know. It figures.
that's how studios are.
Mm.
You say don't mess with Blade. I mean, remember, is it the third one where Wesley Snipes appears as little as possible in the actual movie?
Yeah, you hated that one.
Yeah.
That's a consensus worst one. I think it kind of got rushed, and
They used a stunt double like 80% of the time, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
something like that. Someone had a thing once about how much is a stunt double, and how much is Wesley Snipes. Oh well.
I mean, and because part of the problem is they're like they're. I mean, it seemed to me like they were treating Snipes like well, we know that your time is limited in this role, and we don't know how much we can depend on you for this and that and blah blah. So
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
That's why the best movie is the second one with Guillermo del Toro directing, because he killed it.
Well, I'm of the the opinion that the first one set the tone, had the better story,
It did have the better story. It did. I give you that. It definitely did.
and but it's just the second one. The second one's it's more about almost really more about the other vampires in it.
Yeah. Come on, man. Ron Perlman. Come on, kills it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But it's so much about vampires. It's still good though, and I mean the Reapers were.
That was awesome design,
Reapers were great. And I like Luke Goss. He's not like the best actor in the world, but like for like stuff where he can be kind of overly dramatic and kind of martial artsy. I think because he was great in Hellboy too. Also,
I didn't like the reboot. I wasn't a big fan of the reboot.
No, James, nobody liked it. It's terrible.
Yeah, it was not
terrible. It's a terrible movie. It's just, I mean, it is just literally.
How do you go from Ron Perlman to that guy? Oh, it was not good.
Well, I mean, even without whatever you feel about that guy, it's what about how bad the damn just the story and everything was just
it was not good.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I was today years old when I learned that they are remaking The Color Purple as a musical. What the actual fuck?
Oh my god! Like there's not enough dumbass shit going on.
I can't imagine taking that story and being like, a musical. I see it as a musical.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well.
It's such a good movie, man. The Color Purple is a good movie.
I prefer the book because I read the book when I was younger. I prefer the book over the movie.
Oh Jesus! I hadn't saved this whole fucking time. That would have been bad.
No movie it took me a while to get
that
into.
would be bad.
No movie it took me a while to get into, but like after I finally got into it, I was like, this is actually good. The Hateful Eight.
Oh.
Was what?
The Hateful Eight.
Yeah, The Hateful Eight.
Oh yeah. That's another rough movie. I mean, it's not easy to digest.
No, it's not.
You know, that there's part of me that I enjoyed. You know, I've watched it a couple times, but it's rough. It's rough. I mean,
it took me a while to get into it, but I love Kurt Russell, so it's like, you know, I mean, he's awesome. But it took me a while to be like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, so I can't say.
There's like 19 different versions of it, so find the right version.
What's the right version?
I don't know. You gotta find the in between one. There's
it's
one that's
really
like,
long.
There's one that's 4.5 hours long. 4.5 hours long, right, Zeus? There's one that's like 4.5 hours long.
Yeah, I think the extended
long.
version.
Yeah, it's like a 3.5 hour one, a 4.5 hour one, and a 2.5 hour one.
If
you gotta find the right one.
If you want me to watch a really long movie, it's gonna have to be like a Bollywood movie, apparently. So otherwise,
because you can watch that, but not the fucking Snyder cut, right? Yeah, okay.
I know.
I have not been able to watch the Justice League again.
You guys are killing me, I swear.
Well, that's what we need to watch on like a disco.
That's what we should watch. That's what we should watch. So the fucking Snyder cut of the Justice League. Finally, I finally get you guys to watch it, especially you, Pedro. I'm confused. I can't watch it.
Take a look in the group chat.
Okay.
It's not done, but that's where I'm at right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, let
I'm digging the textures that you use in the
background. That's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, trying to see how that looks. I just made that halftone.
Yeah, I'm digging that actually. That's kind of cool. Good job, Zeus.
So
that's nice, man.
Yeah.
The guy being blown away in the last panel. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna have a lot of other color.
Zeus got a little bit of touch of George Perez in him. You notice that?
I mean, you know, if you look at my stuff, I mean, I think that that there's a little bit of Perez and Byrne and
so definitely some Byrne in there. Yeah,
maybe some Mike Zeck. Some
that's not bad to me, man. It's not bad to have,
No,
that one
not
panel,
bad at all.
That one panel, Zeus, on the bottom row, the one on the furthest left. That's my favorite panel on this page. It's just you can see the killer intent building in his face. It's like
the girl
on the bottom left.
Yeah, the bottom left. Yeah.
All the way to the far left.
And also, I love the tones on the helmet that you did. You put in a lot of work there.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Mostly that's what I've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, so it's good you saved because you don't want to lose that.
Yeah, save that.
Yeah,
save that.
Yeah. So that it's
don't oops it. Don't oops it, please.
Don't oops it.
No, don't oops it.
I did it again. I didn't save my work. I'm pissed off as hell.
Right?
Oops, you're whoring again.
Oh my God.
Get back on the plane and just go away.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know.
Is this Melina or is this...
It could be Melina. Who would be the male version of Melina? Edge? Well, no, not anymore, right?
So I don't know if you guys remember this. Once upon a time, before he was with AJ Lee, CM Punk was with a gazillion
Yeah,
women.
he was
a
whoring it.
gazillion women.
He was
Like-
an ODB, right?
He was with Daphne. He was with like everyone under the sun you can think of. He was
Yeah,
with I think he was
Daphne.
with
He was with
Maria
Lita.
at some point. He was
Yep,
with everyone.
Yep, he was with Lita. He was with Maria.
Mickey James.
Yep.
Could be,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, he was Mickey James, ODB.
I mean, Mickey James did, pornographic movies and stuff. So I mean, she's been with all kind of people.
She was like, tickle me for money.
Tickle me, Elmo. Marty's girl was like, it was just a bit of tickle me, Elmo. It was legal in my country. I don't know why I gave him an Irish accent.
That's why they call it hardcore country.
Hardcore country. Oh my god.
She was doing hardcore.
Hey James, I did some country music this week. I did Watermelon Crawl on Wednesday.
Oh Lord.
It's 100 gallons of the best red wine.
Yeah, you gotta do. I'm getting drunk on a plane. I'm getting drunk on a plane. Oh man.
So, any plans? Any
I-
Halloween plans? James, you said you might watch Universal. Zeus,
Yeah, I'm gonna do my Universal flicks.
You're probably working, and then what? What are you throwing down on? Nothing. Nothing.
He's busy texting Electra, so excuse him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I think I'm gonna watch Scream. Maybe. Also, I haven't watched that in a while.
I can do the first one. I can't do the rest.
Well, honestly, I was telling somebody this the other day. I'm like, in a lot of ways, the damn, the franchise kind of died for me, and at the end of the, well, not even at the end, but in part of the the second one where
Yeah,
when Randy gets killed.
it's like Saw. I can do the first one because I thought the first one was brilliant, but the rest is like, I can't, can't do it.
So way to do this. I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll have to cook up stuff and do all daily junk I have to do.
You're gonna watch the Garfield. I do have to watch the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's classic.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'll get to watch or not watch. So.
Do y'all get trick or treaters anymore, Pedro?
We haven't had. I don't think we've ever had trick or treaters at this place since we've lived here. Because it's this road is very dangerous. It's not like a regular road, so it's and we're a little bit out in the country. So
I still get them.
If we got trick or treaters, it'd be like is someone here to rob us?
No, I get them because all the kids would go. Yeah.
Wait, why did they do that, Jane? Why did they go?
Well, my mom puts all the Halloween shit in front of the house, so he's like, all the kids come, and she sends them over to my house.
By something, or
she sends them over to my house, but I got no Halloween decorations up, and I got no candy. I'm like, hey, you want a beer? I was like, you want pizza, beer? No, okay.
Get a bag of like cashews and just throw some.
Yeah, please, I guess some angry parent. My daughter has a nut allergy. Yeah, well, that's what your mother said.
Damn.
But hey.
Damn. Well, on that note, we hope everyone has a happy Halloween. Stay safe.
Have a spectacular day.
Yeah, have a spectacular weekend and Halloween, and
Boo, the movie.
We'll see y'all next week, God willing. Or maybe not. We'll see. But everyone, take care.
Adieu.
Later.